day of school for the term, when Miss Blythe gave the class a surprise project to do over the holidays.
I want each and every one of you to grow a vegetable over the holidays and bring it back to show the class. Yes, Millie?
But I don't know how to grow vegetables.
That's the point. You'll have to find out, won't you? Yes, Molly?
Can we do it with a friend?
Of course. And you each have to grow a vegetable of your own. And no, Humphrey, I don't want to see robots, man-eating lizards or dynamite. Just vegetables.
So Millie and Molly went to get some advice from the best vegetable grower in the whole town.
You go first.
No, you.
Okay, I'll go first.
I don't think she's at home. Let's ask someone else.
But Aunt Maude knows more about growing vegetables than anyone.
But, well, can't we ask someone who isn't so...
Snippy?
crabby?
Impatient?
Hard to get along with? Yes, she is. But Aunt Maude's the best gardener in the whole town. If you want to know about books, I can help you. But
Aunt Maude really is the one to ask. You won't find anyone else who knows as much about growing vegetables in the whole town. I can help you with pets.
And lost property and road safety, but vegetables? You really need to ask Aunt Maude about growing vegetables because she's the best...
In the whole town.
So Millie and Molly ended up back at Aunt Maude's and found her in the magnificent garden at the back of her house.
Fiddlesticks! You can't grow vegetables?
Why, Aunt Maude?
You have to be able to stick at it all the time. You have to love your little green friends and tend them and give them your all. Even when you don't feel like it. You have to have tenacity. That's why I'm the best gardener in the whole town. I'm tenacious.
We can be tenacious too.
Tenacious, tenacious, tenacious. Well, I don't believe it.
But we can, Aunt Maude.
We can, really.
Oh. We'll see. Come back tomorrow.
Aunt Maude really didn't expect Millie and Molly to come back. She didn't think they'd be tenacious enough to do even that. But Millie and Molly surprised even themselves when they turned up to spend the next day with Aunt Maude, ready to learn how to be tenacious vegetable gardeners. But they had another surprise waiting for them out in the garden.
Ow!
What?
Fiddlesticks! I've hurt my wretched leg. Can't get up.
We'll get you some help, Aunt Maude.
I don't want any help. And I especially don't want any doctors. What kind of doctor are you? 6 weeks? Fiddlesticks.
You've broken your leg, Aunt Maude. It'll take that long to mend.
Well, what am I going to do all that time? And who's going to look after my garden?
We'll look after it, Aunt Maude.
But you have to tell us what to do.
You? Ha! You won't stick at it.
Yes, we will.
We came back today, didn't we?
1 day. I'm talking 6 weeks.
I'd try to find something to keep Aunt Maude busy. Without her gardening, she's going to be even more difficult to get along with.
I heard that. I might have broken my leg, but my hearing still works.
Good luck.
Well, what are you doing out there? The garden's not going to look after itself, you know.
So while Molly watered the garden exactly how Aunt Maude had told her, Millie tried to keep Aunt Maude busy with a story.
Auntie, your special friend to all little guinea pigs.
I don't like stories. I'm a doing person. I like to do. Find me something I can do.
The next day, Millie was told to dig in smelly manure to make the soil rich for planting more vegetables, while Molly tried to find something for Aunt Maude to do.
Aha!
A jigsaw?
It's something to do, Aunt Maude.
I don't see the point of jigsaws. What do you do when you finish them?
But they're fun while you're doing them.
Oh, fiddlesticks, I don't like fun. I like to do things that have a purpose. Besides, anyone can do a jigsaw. Millie, that's not a weed. Molly, pull harder. Those weeds aren't going to jump out of the ground by themselves, you know. Millie, that's not a weed either. Don't think of having a rest till morning tea time. I never take a break till lunch, and that's why my garden is the best in the whole town.
Millie and Molly definitely had to find something for Aunt Maude to do. She was becoming impossible.
What's this?
It's wool, Aunt Maude.
I can see that. What am I supposed to do with it?
We thought you might like to knit a winter blanket.
I can't knit. Don't like knitting. I like gardening. I'm good at it. The best in the whole town.
But it's something to do until you can garden again, Aunt Maude.
Knitting is very useful and lots of people can't do it.
You might become the best knitter in the whole town.
Is knitting too hard, Aunt Maude? We'll find something else for you to do.
Yeah, that's the trouble with you young people. You give up too easily.
So Aunt Maude started to knit. At first, she was slow and made mistakes, and a lot of fuss.
Oh, fiddlesticks and fumblefingers.
Over the next few weeks, Millie and Molly came each day and followed Aunt Maude's instructions on looking after the garden.
Looks like we didn't give this one enough water.
We'll make sure next time Aunt Maude won't be happy.
But Aunt Maude had something else on her mind. At the end of the first week, Aunt Maude was still knitting, with less fuss.
Fiddlesticks.
And by the end of the month, she was knitting with no fuss at all. And the garden was looking as healthy as ever.
Well, that's 6 weeks, Aunt Maude. Your leg's all better.
About time.
You can go back to your garden now.
I'm not ready for the garden.
Huh?
When will you be ready?
I don't know. Oh, why? Are you going to give up looking after my garden? Can't stick at it, eh?
No, Aunt Maude. We'll keep gardening.
Huh.
When will you stop knitting blankets, Aunt Maude?
When I'm ready. I heard that.
Really?
Yes, I will be the best knitter in the whole town.
And while there was nothing wrong with Aunt Maude's hearing, Millie and Molly started to worry that something else was wrong with Aunt Maude when the whole house started to fill up with blankets. And Millie and Molly didn't know how to look after the garden when the winter snows came. So they called Dr. Smiley again.
What's the problem, Aunt Maude?
Problem? What are you talking about? There's no problem.
Well, if there's no problem, I'd better get back to the hospital. People are getting winter chills and need my help. See you later.
So while Aunt Maude continued to knit blankets, Millie and Molly kept looking after the garden the best they could, in the worst of weather.
Achoo! Bless you.
Oh, not again.
So bad was the winter that the hospital was filling up with patients. And Dr. Smiley had a problem, which had only one solution.
Aunt Maude,
What is it this time?
I have a problem of epidemic proportions. I need more blankets.
Well, I've made the best blankets in the whole town. Take them. Take them all. Just make sure those sick people appreciate my hard work.
Thanks, Aunt Maude.
Amazing my garden's still thriving in this snow. No thanks to those girls. Couldn't they stick it out?
Oh, no, quite the opposite. They're in the hospital. They caught the winter chills too, tending your garden.
Oh?
Even when it was cold and raining and even snowing.
You don't say.
Soon, everyone who was sick had a nice, warm, Aunt Maude, best in the whole town, hand-knitted blanket. And Aunt Maude knitted 2 very special blankets, one for Millie and one for Molly. Both had stripes and lots of yellow because Aunt Maude knew that Millie and Molly liked stripes and lots of yellow.
Aunt Maude.
Now don't be taking your time. Make sure these 2 get the very best attention.
Don't worry, Aunt Maude. The very best in the whole town.
And by the time school holidays had finished, Millie and Molly were well again.
Well, I see everyone seems to have done very well with their vegetable growing over the holidays. Humphrey, what have you there?
It's a potato monster! I grew it all by myself and it eats all the other vegetables!
Humphrey. Millie and Molly, where are your vegetables?
Well, Miss Blythe.
Stop everything!
Oh, Aunt Maud?
Millie and Molly grew these healthy vegetables all by themselves.
Wow!
And lots of others besides. I'll have no argument. These two are the most tenacious gardeners I have ever seen. Well, next to me, of course. I'm still the best gardener in the whole town.
Oh, then well done, Millie and Molly.
And nobody had ever seen Aunt Maud smile before.
Oh, fiddlesticks.